Hello, YouTubes. Thank you for joining me today. I'm Nicholas W. Fuller. I'm a writer of stories and a gamer of games. And today I'm bringing to you a wonderful little marriage of the two and encouraging you to stay a while and listen. I'm about to start a series of videos all about the Diablo game series. And this video is going to be all about the story of Diablo. That's Diablo the first game, but it's just called Diablo. It's not called Diablo 1. It was just first. It was called Diablo. Anyway, you get the idea. The story of Diablo. And if you think that game didn't have a good story, actually, it did. And so we're going to go get into it. And I'm like, I didn't think it had a great story before either, because I was kind of young when it came out. And I was just like, cool, I get to go smash things. But it does. Check this out. Let me just get a little mood lighting we need. Just put the, now we got these Diablo vibes, right? All right. Long before the events of the game Diablo, in fact, from the beginning of creation, there had been an eternal war between the angels of the high heavens and the demons of the burning hell. It's kind of nice, but I can't actually hold that voice the whole time. So while occasionally a side would gain ground in this conflict, there was no victory to be had. Tell you can't do that voice. Eventually, one of the two sides, or actually some of both sides, said, let's not do this anymore. Let's just, actually get along. And so those elements of both sides use something called the World Stone to create Sanctuary, which is basically what the game calls Earth. That's where the whole game happens. That's where the characters are. Anyway. So then angels and demons, some of them, both lived together on Sanctuary peacefully. There were still other parts of the high heavens and the burning hells that were having their eternal conflict, but Sanctuary was just getting along hunky-dory. They even got together and made little angel demon babies that they first called Nephilim, but then they realized that the Nephilim could end up being really powerful, and they were like, yo, let's not do that. So they ended up not making more, and the Nephilim just mated with other Nephilim, and their powers waned, and they became just what regular humans. But anyway, all that worked out right up until it didn't anymore. You see, the other forces of heaven and hell, like I said, they were still fighting, and they didn't even know about Sanctuary. But then a few of them, called the Prime Evils, that's called Diablo, Baal, and Mephisto, they found out and they thought to themselves, hey, you know what? These humans, they might be some pretty cool cannon fodder in this war we're fighting. Nice guys, right? But Badass Tyrael, the Archangel, he and a secret society he set up on Sanctuary called the Herodrum, they actually managed to stop the Primevals and trap them in these little prisons called Soul Stones. They scatter the Soul Stones around Sanctuary, burying them deep, and everything is good for a long time. Flash forward a little while, and you, the player, the hero, the conquering adventurer, you show up at Tristram, and you're ready to save the day. You've heard that there's baddies around, and sure enough, the town of Tristram is under attack by hordes of demons pouring forth from beneath the ruined Tristram Cathedral, and you've got to save the town. As you delve into the network of labyrinths within the dungeons under the cathedral, and then later the catacombs, which turn later on to be the caves, you eventually discover tomes which are found throughout the levels and revealing exactly what had happened to poor little Tristram. Diablo, the Lord of Terror, who had been imprisoned within a soul stone and buried, he was actually buried deep beneath Tristram, or what became Tristram. And although his imprisonment was meant to be eternal, Diablo worked tirelessly to corrupt his soul stone. And succeeded. We get that? Wait. And succeeded. Anyway, eventually he overpowered his prison. He sought and received aid from a corrupt archbishop named Lazarus there in Tristram, who had been turned into his loyal servant. However, in order for Diablo to actually manifest himself in the mortal realm of Sanctuary, he needed a mortal vessel to house his spirit. So first, he tried to possess the ruler of Tristram, King Leoric. But due to the king's strong state of will and Diablo's weak state of everything, the demon Diablo failed. He abandoned the king, but left poor Leoric crazed and senseless. Diablo's corrupt servant Lazarus took this opportunity to bring his master a new mortal vessel, King Leoric's younger son, Prince Albrecht. Lazarus led the young man down deep into the catacombs, where he inserts Diablo's soul stone in the prince's forehead, allowing the prime evil to once again attain material form. However, while Diablo may have a body now, he was still far from his full power, so he bides his time and summons countless hordes of demons, infesting the entire underground complex, gradually turning the region into an outpost of hell. The maddened King Leoric accused the townsfolk of Tristram with the kidnapping of his son Ulrich and executed several of his own townspeople. His loyal knights tried to calm him, but the crazed king had completely lost his sanity, and they were forced to kill their own king. Meanwhile, Lazarus emerged from the catacombs and rallied the townsfolk, leading them deep into the catacombs in order to save the prince. But it was a trap. Instead, he lured them to the lair of a demon known as the Butcher. Many of the townsfolk were slain, and Diablo used their death to fuel the summoning of ever more allies. Demons appear in the countryside as the Lord of Terror regains his strength in the very heart of the labyrinth, biding his time until he would once again emerge to seek out his brothers, Baal and Mephisto, and free them as well. It seemed to be only a matter of time until the three primevals gained dominion over the entire mortal realm. Until you, the player, arrive and begin to disrupt his plans. As you fight your way through the 16 levels of the dungeon to face Diablo, you encounter various monsters, demons, quests, tomes, scrolls, weapons, and armor. And at the end of the game, you are left with one task. Kill Diablo. As you remove the soul stone from Diablo's head, the demon begins to melt away, revealing Prince Alberic's body underneath. It's then that your hero, the character you're playing, realizes that Diablo's spirit would be free to possess another body if left here. So your hero plunges the soul stone in his own forehead, attempting to contain the Lord of Terror himself. But the end of the game hints at a darker outcome. The final scene depicts the hero swathed in a shadowy hooded cloak. The closing words are foreboding. The soul stone burns with hellfire as an eerie red glow blurs your vision. Fresh blood flows into your eyes, and you begin to hear the tormented whispers of the damned. You have done what you knew must be done. The essence of Diablo is contained. For now. You pray that you have become strong enough to contain the demon and keep him at bay. Although you have been fortified by your quest, you can still feel him, clawing his way up from the dark recesses of your soul. Fighting to retain control, your thoughts turn toward the ancient mystic lands of the Far East. Perhaps there, beyond the desolate wastes of Arachnoch, you will find an answer, or perhaps salvation. And that's the end of Diablo. That's how that game ends. Kind of set things up for Diablo 2. But, I mean, isn't that a cool story, actually? Like, the whole thing about King Leoric and his son and going mad. And, like, I don't know. I think it's kind of neat, actually. It's kind of neat. It's obviously, game one, the way that you kind of got a lot of the story was through these tomes that you would have to read. And, maybe not all of us did that. But the story is pretty cool. If you like this video, I'd love it if you could, give me that like and subscribe. Maybe leave a comment. If you were surprised too, like I was surprised when I was wee little lad and I was playing these games, I was just like, "Cool, I get to smash stuff, yay!" I wasn't reading all the tomes, but if you liked it too and you were kind of surprised about how cool the story is, let me know in the comments. And I'll definitely be doing a video for Diablo 2, but also I want to let you know I'm gonna be trying something out. I'm going to be doing a book club type thing for Diablo 3. I'm going to be playing with a friend of mine who's another writer named Julian Grajales, and he's never played Diablo 3 before. So we're going to get started here in a few days. If you'd like to join us, find me on Instagram, author Nicholas W. Fuller, send me a direct message. Maybe you can drop in and play with us on one night, but you can certainly watch us play. I'm going to stream the whole thing. We'll be playing on Tuesday and Thursday nights. I'll stream it right here on my YouTube channel. Or you could play at the same time, either while you're watching the stream or that sort of thing. That sounds fun. So, but our goal is to kind of work through the whole game on these Tuesday and Thursday night sessions and finish the whole game before Diablo 4 is released and be able to kind of discuss the story of the game as we're going along. Let me know what you think about that. I haven't seen too many people kind of like book club a video game. I think it might be fun. I hope you guys like it. But yeah, I hope you watch that. If you haven't already, please like and subscribe to the channel so you can check that out. And yeah, thank you for watching. If no one's told you yet today, you're an absolute legend.